I started off 2018 by reading comments on the truth about Travis, which I should really do again because there's more comments now. Then there was a Twitter scandal as well with Leon Tarkshina, so I've commented on that as well. I then tried to reboot Season 2 of Skywars Returns. I just then renamed it Episode 18. It's another Hive Sky Giants. And then my least successful series to this day, Pokemon Generation Zero, which is where I kind of really thought that I would stop doing gameplays because they're not really that good. That's the point where I got the mic, by the way, which I don't have with me right now because, again, I'm at a friend's house and I forgot to pack it. I also forgot to pack my headphones because I'm an idiot. But yeah, Pokemon Generation Zero actually lost me subscribers sometimes and only got, some videos even got no views at a time or whatever. People really weren't interested in seeing gameplays anymore, which partly disillusioned me because that was what I did back in the day. But that's not what a lot of people did. People who did gaming a lot of the time move on to internet stuff, internet culture and whatever. And that's something that I was doing, but not really so much. But then I wanted to go back to it, but couldn't really. So I'm not sure. That's something I wonder about. Then of course came my Streetcar Named Desire video, which was also something I did in April 2017, but never actually finished editing. Then came one of my favourite songs actually, Aaron vs Ian, which is a parody of another battle song. And the next battle song I'm going to do is, I've got in mind which one I'm going to do already. It's, yeah. That one was pretty fun to make. By this point in 2018, I'm trying to make all of so many videos. I'm going to make one video each day. So a lot of the time I would stay up late editing videos just for the sake of uploading something. That may be partly why I did so much Pokemon Generation Zero, but I also tried to make sure that I wasn't uploading the same type of video twice in a row. Eventually, by the time it came to my review of the Three Bears, I actually missed out a day because that video took so long to render, and I was up until 5, and then I literally just fell asleep. And then I realised afterwards that, yeah, I had to wake up at 8 or something like that to go to college, which was really not a good thing to do. I do not recommend it. The video did well, okay, 570 views, why not? But then the next review, The Ductators, did not do as well, partly because I guess it wasn't as much of a meme, and I didn't put a meme name in the title. Such is life. But I plan to do more reviews in the future because that's something that I really want to do, and I know it's internet stuff. But, you know, if gaming's not going to work out necessarily so much, then I'm going to embrace the things that I do enjoy besides gaming. And maybe do some reboot. The next theory was the My Street Multiverse one, which is one that I came up with around the same time as the truth about Travis. Didn't get nearly as popular, but yeah, by this point, Adam/SkyDoesMinecraft/NetNobody had kind of given up on his channel, so, don't know, maybe it was kind of the wrong time, but by that point the Sky Does Minecraft channel was declining anyway. But even so, I wanted to upload that video because that's one of the 2 My Street theories that I thought were really, really good from back in the day. And I thought, wow, I came up with that. So yes, I still upload that, and I still stand to the things that I said in that video to this day, really. I should do really kind of a reviewing videos 1 year later, the theories, and see how much they hold up. That's probably what I'll do on August 12th for the truth about Travis, starting off from the very beginning and going up to wherever I end up. Then I did end up rebooting Season 2 of Mario 63 with Episode 7. And this one actually got a few people coming back. Not nearly as many as Athmal videos, by far. But even so, I got some new people like A's Playlist, who had just started out on YouTube, who was really, really good at Mario 63, by the way. But then, after a few episodes, it kind of had to stop, because I can remember the order of Shine Sprites I did it in, then something, how did I even lose the world, because that's not really possible. But yes, that's why that never happened. And then came the 3 bit. February brought Daniel Sings a Song, which I don't actually like. Then my second most popular video to date, which is Who is Ghost in Times Before, a response to a video by Novalink, or just Nova nowadays, I'm not quite sure. I started doing best ofs as well, partly because I wanted to do some more videos and wanted to do the whole daily thing. But yeah, partly also because Queenbread kind of lost faith in herself online, so I thought, yeah, let's show all the great scenes that she's done. So that's why that Best of Jen video exists. Then I finished off with the Jimothy Lacoste video in January, which got community guidelines struck, so I did a whole process of community guidelines strike to walk people through it, which no one was really interested in, but again, I don't know why, I just thought, make some more videos, which is a really, really bad mentality, by the way. I wanted to start a roleplay too, the Menace of Maryville, but never got round to it. So I started filming the first episode, but never finished it. I did a remix of Conference Up There's After Conference, and another remix of Carbon Cycle, and then I didn't do a video on my birthday, really come to the birthday update, because again, videos at the time. Then came Origins of the Plush. Another video that I really like because, the plush is a really interesting part of the My Streets universe, really, I should say. It's one of the strange things that really works for some reason. I don't know why. Then I stopped doing Pokemon Generation Zero after the Truth About Kawaii-chan video. By this point, the whole thing, remember what I said about the whole Leon Tarkshina rant Part 2 and Part 3 coming back later to become more of a problem? Well, that was done through the form of Toshi Melling, or the impersonator, as I refer to him in my video. Because the impersonator slash Toshi, or whoever it is was a frequent commenter. He's kind of stopped now, but he started posting really mean-spirited comments on both Leon and my videos, and the Unique Gamer, really. And the Unique Gamer has become quite interested in my channel. He says it's quite rare that he's interested in someone, so oddly enough, Toshi Melling was kind of a blessing in disguise, in that aspect at least. Then I tried doing Dragon Block Mario, didn't work, didn't like that one, so I stopped doing it. That's the reason I stopped doing that series. I wanted to do up into something more, but never really thought what to do. And then I did a couple of audition monologues for LIPA, which is actually the drama school that I ended up getting into, so it worked out. Right here sometime in March, and then I stopped doing the whole daily upload thing, because I'd done a full month, which was February, even though that's the shortest month technically. But I thought, you know what, that's enough of that, and I'm going to stop doing that. So after the gender tag, I think I just stopped. Oh wait, no, it was after the Dear Avmal Fans video that I announced I was going to stop. And yeah, in that video, I got asked people what they wanted to see, and it was still Avmal. Only Avmal that people said. So I get complaints from people in real life saying you only do certain things. That's because that's what people want. Sometimes I feel trapped doing Avmal, but she is my favourite YouTuber, so I just carry on. There's always that risk when you get something that's really, really popular and it's the only reason that people subscribe to you and they don't seem to be open to more things. But either way, that just makes me appreciate the people who are interested in other things even more. And hopefully this documentary is kind of proving that I'm quite a versatile person and have been over the years. And if you're interested in seeing some of the things that have lower production value, but previous years, then feel free to check them out. Speaking of My Street, then came the trailer reviews, which trailer 2 I did early, thanks to people commenting, so that worked out as well. And then the clutter of Jacob Butter. Beanie Boy dropped his diss track on me, I dropped a diss track on him, and we just carried on like that. And then My Street Season 6, when Angels Fall started, and I began to react to it. For some reason, Sony Vegas decided to not help me out really, and decide to not make my my videos very good, so to say, and dust them out a bit. I'm not sure what happened to those ones, but I turned them out because I wanted to catch up with the series. Again, really poor mentality. I don't know why I keep doing that to myself. Sometimes I do question my own logic and reasons as a YouTuber, And then sometimes I think I'm doing kind of the right thing, but just whatever. But if I were doing the right thing, then maybe I'd have got further than I am right now. But then again, I'm happy with where I've got, so it's kind of interesting. And looking back after 5 years, it's, I'm thinking, what was I doing right? What was I doing wrong? What am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? And what will I do right? What will I do wrong? It's all of that coming into play all at once. But then came Screen Tap. And that's when I got this new phone, actually, that I'm recording this on right now. Screen Tap was my way of returning to gameplays. And it seems to have paid off ever so slightly. The first video got 3 dislikes, again because of Toshi/impersonator, whatever. But regardless, people seem to like viewing those at the very least. I know that it's a very, very old game, and some of the things that I'm doing are, from when it first began. But that's because that's what I watched at that time. If you talk to Lucy, then you'll know that I used to sit next to her all the time at lunch because I wanted to see what kind of things she was doing in Screen Tap. And then the whole no phones policy came into play, and I wasn't able to do that anymore. But then I finally got a phone that could actually run the application. Because I had the same phone for 4 years, so it was sad to see that one go, but who knows, maybe I'll have this one for 5. You never know. By this point I went into Dragon Ball R&R, and then the live performances. Finally concluding with the farewell speech to Sorry You Theatre, which I had also been at for 5 years, in fact, nearly 6. So yeah, 2018 has been interesting, partly because of the whole 5 years thing that's happened, because it's been 6 years since I moved here from Spain, which is where I'm filming right now. It's been 5 years since I started my channel, 5 years since I joined Sorry You Theatre, and really 5 years of just kind of slowly moulding myself, but still staying true to what I think and not trying to lose who I was at the time. Because I think I'm more or less the same person that I was back then. In my videos I might not appear that way because I'm more structured now and I know more or less what to say on camera and what actually makes sense as a video structure. But either way, I still think that I'm the same person that I was 5 years ago. So if you do end up going back and watching any of these that you might be slightly interested in, just bear in mind that you won't be watching a different Jacob Butter from a different time, at least not so much. You'll still be watching me. And that's really kind of the message I wanted from this documentary. Thanks everyone who has been here for 5 years, 5 seconds. I don't know, maybe you found my channel today. What the heck do I know? I got 3 subscribers in the span of 2 days, yesterday and the day before. That's just the way that it goes sometimes. But really, these 5 years, I would change some things. I'm not going to say I wouldn't change a thing, because I would have uploaded more in 2013 and 14 when I had those videos there, because I missed them. Maybe I'd have structured 2015 a bit better. Maybe 2017 could have had more content. 2016 and 2018, maybe more things than revision parodies all the time. But then again, all of these things are things that I just go along, I progress, I learn, and I make my own way. Alongside all of you wonderful lords and ladies who are either subscribed or have stopped by at any point to watch one of my videos over 5 years. And that really is the best thing that can happen to a person on their YouTube journey. So on that note, until next time, farewell.